Hey, 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 it's Tia, baby, and I am back with another video. So I just was on Facebook, and this movie skit came up, and I knew I saw it some time ago, like a long time ago. It looked familiar, and so I was looking in the comment section to see if somebody mentioned the name of the movie. And the movie is called I Like It Like That. And it's starring John Seda. If you know who John Seda is, he played Chris Perez in the movie Selena. And the wife in the I Like It Like That movie is played by Luna Valdez or something like that. But she played, if you don't know who she is, if you watched the TV show New York Undercover in the 90s, she was one of the detectives. Um, yeah, and then it's basically a lot of Hispanic actors that's in this movie. And now it was a part on there, and this guy looks so familiar, but I was like, I know it ain't who I think it is. But I was like, nah, I don't remember calling him being an actor. And then I had to look at this movie. I was like, when did this movie come out? And it came out in 94. And so I was just looking up the cast like of this movie. I Like It Like That. Just to see everybody's nationality. I didn't even know Fat Joe was in this movie. The rapper Fat Joe, he played a motorcyclist in this movie. I didn't even know he was in the movie. But lo and behold, and then I was thinking, I was like, I wonder if Selena and Chris seen this movie when it came out, because she was alive when this movie came out, and it was released in October 14, 1994. So I'm sure she's seen this movie. I'm sure they seen this movie. It's a wild movie. It's good. I'm halfway in it now, watching it now, but it's on mute. So I looked up the cast, and lo and behold, it is who I thought it was. Freddie Corita, I think that's how you spelled it. Coretta, something like that. I think that's how you pronounce his last name. I don't know, but he played on the movie. He played the Mendez brothers, which is a brother duo, I guess R&B group in the movie, and John Seda's wife, the lady that plays his wife in the movie, she's their manager's assistant, and she knew all about them and all that, and she was like basically trying to get their image together. And I was like, that's Freddy from Los Dinos. I was like, wow, it came in full circle. Like, I don't know what, like, I know for a fact Selena and Chris saw this movie, because Selena knew him, Freddie, at the time, because even though he was in a Barrio Boys music group, they did that song, Primer Amor, and Mi Primer Amor, yes, what it is. My First Love. They did their duet together back in 94. So she knew him. She knew him then. And it's just weird how life is in full circle, because John, as you all know, John Seda didn't even know Selena or Chris at that time, and ended up playing Chris, 3 years later. 3 years later, yeah, 3 years later. And he was in a movie with Freddie, who was closely with Selena. And it's just weird how, and I'm sure they saw this movie, Chris and Selena saw this movie, and not knowing that they looking at the man that was going to play her husband. And I'm sure they saw it because they was probably in support of Freddie. And he left the group in 94 and was transitioning to Selena y Los Dinos when what's his name? Dang, what is his name? Oh, shoot. You know who I'm talking about. Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue. What is his name? Whatever, the one that has a mullet that always dance with Selena. It's Pete. Yes, Pete. When Pete left. So it was just that is so surreal, and I wish I would have took a picture of him in the movie, but it didn't dawn on me until after the fact. And then I tried to Google some pictures of him in the movie, but they didn't show it. They don't have no pictures of him because I guess he had a small part, but he had a speaking part. But it's just weird. And and back then I just noticed that he looked a lot like Freddie Mercury. And if you don't know who Freddie Mercury is, he's the lead singer of Queen. And I was like, he looks almost identical to him in a way without the mustache. He could have played it well. He don't look like that now, but even though the Freddie Mercury, the Queen, Freddie Mercury biopic came out like in 2017. Freddie Corita, whatever his last name is, he doesn't look like himself anymore like that. He don't look like that anymore. But if they would have did a biopic back then, because Freddie Mercury passed away in 91. If they would have did a biopic back then in 94, he should have got that role because he looked exactly like him. But, a Hispanic version of him. But it's just I cannot believe it. Like, I don't know if it's I don't want to say it's the industry that's like on some weird stuff, but it's just so weird how one of the members of Selena y Los Dinos is in this movie, and the guy that plays Chris is in this movie together. And this movie came out before Selena passed, so I'm sure she saw this movie with her husband out of support for Freddie. And then just to look at and not knowing, or you never know, but not knowing that the man the lead actor in this movie is going to play her husband 3 years later. It's just weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. It's so weird. I can't even get over it. It's just weird. But there's a lot of notable people in this movie, like the little girl that plays John Seda and Luna Valdez, I think that's her name. Daughter is the little girl from Sesame Street. I mean, well, those people, the people that are from my generation. The little girl Gabriella, she played Louise, and what's the lady name? I don't know her name. I forgot her name. Louisa and Maria on Sesame Street. The little girl in this movie played their daughter in Sesame Street. So I'll have a picture of her in the video. Who else is notable in there? I think that's the only ones that I know. Fat Joe, the girl that played on Sesame Street, the lady from New York Undercover, Chris Perez, actor, and Freddy from Los Dinos, Selena y Los Dinos. I think that's all that I know. That all the notable actors that I know of. There's probably some more, but don't know. But it's just weird. I cannot get over it. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that, because it was just, I didn't even know he was an actor. And then I looked him up. He played in several other movies. I know he played in another one called Magente, My People. I think in 99 or maybe in the early 2000s. I don't know, but he played. It's like he didn't play like a lot of movies, but so far I only saw 3. But I was like, he looked familiar, but I didn't know for sure if it was him. But in the back of my mind, I was like, that looks like the guy from Selena y Los Dinos. But I'm like, I never know he was an actor, but that was him, and it's just weird. It's freaking weird. It's freaking weird. Oh wow. But it's like I'm repeating myself, so that's all I had. That's all I wanted to come on and talk about. I don't know what's up with the music, with the not even the music industry, but just the industry itself. I mean, things are ironic, but that's just too ironic right there. It's too ironic. And I wonder if Freddie Coretta or whatever his name is, I wonder if he told Dictator and them that Gregory Nava about John Seda because he had did a movie with him. This movie with him. I wonder if he was insinuated that John Seda should play Chris Perez in the movie because they did a movie together, and he do look a lot like Chris. I just wonder if he put the bug in their ear, because that's just too close to home, and it's too ironic. But it is what it is. Who knows? But I know I don't know for a fact, but I really believe that Selena and Chris saw this movie, because I know they gone to the movies, for date night or something like that. But I have a strong feeling that they went to see this movie because Freddie was in this movie, and it's a pretty much a all Hispanic cast. Oh yeah, the lady from West Side Story is in this movie. Rita Moreno, yeah, she's in this movie too. She played John Seda's mom in the movie. So yeah, it's a lot of notable, iconic Hispanic actors and actresses in this movie. So if you have not seen this movie, check it out. It's called I Like It Like That. It's on Tubi. I believe it's probably on Amazon Prime, but you'll probably have to, I don't know if you have to pay for it on Amazon Prime, but it is free on Tubi, but it comes with ads, just to let you know if y'all want to check it out. It's a good movie. It's based in New York, I think, the Bronx, and it's good so far. But yeah, that's all I wanted to tell y'all. I'm sure some people knew that he was an actor as well. I didn't, but hey, you live and you learn. You find out some weird things. All right, so like I said, let me know in the comment section or in my DMs any more Selena topics you want me to talk about. I'm not going to talk. What I will say is I do have my limits. Please, even though I say send me ideas, don't drown me with ideas. Like, what I mean by that is I don't want to be drowned with a bunch of different topics, and some of those topics aren't really worth talking about. And I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being honest. Like, the constant back to back messages, and it'd be very long, in-depth messages talking about something about Selena, and you want me to do a video on it. It's like, not everything is worth talking about. 1, 2, be mindful of what you're sending and how much you're sending, because it can become overwhelming. And if I told you before to just calm down on the sending, on the messaging, please respect that. And I feel like some people aren't respecting that. And I'm not saying, I'm not saying everybody. No, I'm not saying everybody. I'm not saying it's one particular supporter who just constantly send me stuff about Selena, and it's like, and I told that person to calm down on the sending because it's a little overwhelming, because it'd be like 3 long pages of something in regards to Selena, and then the person comes off demanding do a video on this. It's called May You can you please do a video on this or something like that, but not demanding, like saying do a video on this. Like, that's not how you come off on people. You be polite. And if I ask you to calm down on the messaging, I mean on the messaging, please respect that. That's all I ask. And it's not everyone, it's just one particular person. And that's it. It's, it's, I don't know. But some of the stuff that person, be sending me, it's not worth doing a video on. Like for example, when they told me about ABCDFG and his marriage, and why they never, him and his wife Ricky never explained why they divorced. That's not something that I need to do a video on, because everybody is entitled to everybody is entitled to their own personal lives. If they were married, they don't have to disclose to the public why they divorced. It's not our business, to be honest. Yes, they are celebrities. However, it's not technically our business to know about what they do behind closed doors in their marriage. So why I just feel like I don't need to talk about that. So yeah. But anyway, like I said, check out. No, I mean, but that person can still send me stuff, but just not back to back to back. Like, at least just in moderation. That's all I ask, just in moderation. But anyway, if y'all want to check out that movie, just check it out. It's called I Like It Like That. And I'll be back with another video. Peace.